Hey y'all, I'm just trying to make sure I'm in frame here. Uh-oh, and then I kicked the. Uh, just give me a second. I'm kind of new to this, so. All right, it looks like we are in frame. I will not kick the tripod again. I'm going to, before I get started, let me see if I can get set up here where I can kind of peep in and check in with you guys. Okay, there we go. All right, so what I that's muted. Sorry. Okay, so what I got going on today, guys, is doing a simple Dutch pour using primarily black and white as a hard contrast. My other colors will be gold, pink, and purples and magentas. So, but we're going primarily with black and white. And we're going to go ahead and get started with the pouring medium, which I'm not straining today, but I'm only using Ultra. I think I'm going to use a little bit of gloss gel medium. Sorry, guys, I should have had this opened up before I got started. I need something to cut it with. At least I have it sealed well. Give me a sec. Let me grab some scissors real quick. Sorry, guys. I will be right back. All right. Here I come. Got the scissors. All right. So let me get this off really quick, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how I mix up my pour medium for a Dutch pour. Wow, I've never gotten one that this was so hard to get into. All right, we got it open. Okay, so I'm going to start with Floetrol, and no, for the sake of this live, I will not be straining it. These are for my two base colors, since I'm doing a split base Dutch pour. And this one will be actually the pouring medium for my color, since I will be mixing those up in smaller cups. So we're going to be using titanium white. I'm using about 4 parts paint to 4 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint. And this is Light Black by Amsterdam. So these are my base colors for my Dutch pour. And to that, I will be adding a tiny little bit of gloss gel. This is just a Master's Touch brand gloss gel. I like using it because it doesn't take forever to get mixed up and incorporated. So just a little bit like that. Let me get that a little bit better. and cream. And also we're going to add some of this to our pouring medium, but a little bit more because we're going to be using water to actually um, get everything to consistency. And where is the water? Hey guys, I am here. I'm sorry, I'll be right with that. The water. Okay, guys, I got the water and I am heading back. Um, if anybody comes on here, I'm hoping that you can hear me. The very first, this is only my second live, and the first time that I went live, I realized that I wasn't mic'd up properly, but I did hear myself in the beginning. So, okay. So we're gonna mix up our titanium white base here. Get that incorporated. How's everybody feeling today? It is super, super hot. I think we're like in the middle of a heat advisory actually for this whole weekend. So I am painting out of Belleville, Illinois, which is in the area of St. Louis. I'm about maybe 20 minutes away from St. Louis. So it's called a Metro East. And this is my Lint Black. I just got the first, the titanium white incorporated, but I will be adding water to it because we really do want a really thin consistency for this Dutch pour. Same as the black. Let me go ahead and get the two bases taken care of. And then we don't have a whole bunch of colors because I'm going to keep this simplistic. I only wanted to showcase a hard contrast with the black and white. And I'm using about one, two, maybe four colors actually, not many at all. But they will be custom colors, so you'll get to see me create those custom colors and how, see how I go about doing it. It's all about feel, really. Okay, this is the part that I usually do off camera when I'm making my long form videos, but this is the actual process, so you guys just get to see. That was a little bit too thick, so all I'm doing is adding a little bit of water at a time to thin the base coats down. I just don't want a thick base because the paint doesn't move, it doesn't flow as easily as it would on a thinner base. And plus the blending as well. That's a very important part for getting something that looks super pretty. You want it to blend, so the thicker the paints are, the harder it is for that to happen. So I'm going to go in with just a little bit more water here. And yeah, we'll be good with this. And then this is just a Floetrol in gel gloss medium that I'm going to be using for our colors. Okay, yeah, that's it. I tend to use a slightly thicker consistency than most do for most of the techniques that I use because it's like the thicker it is, you don't want it too thick, but even when, for me, this is a thin consistency, it's still thicker than most Dutch pours, but it allows me a little bit more control, I believe, over details. All right, so we got our base coats mixed up. And now I'm going to get, this is Floetrol and Master's Touch Gloss Gel Medium. I'm going to get that together. And I'm going to add a little water into this, but because the paints that I'm going to be using, the majority of them are, classified as tube paints, they're going to add additional thickness. So I will be having to add water to each color as well to make sure that it's not thicker than the base coats that we just mixed up. Just want it mixed up really well. So at least when we mix our colors, they will be equally distributed. So I'm going to be using small cups for the colors. I had these turned upside down for, okay, majority of these are clean. So let's get into these colors. So first color is going to be Quinacridone Rose by Amsterdam. And this is a semi-opaque color. Next up is going to be Iridescent Neon Pink. And this is by Nick Pro. We're also going to be using Iridescent Silver by Nick Pro. And this one, I don't know if you can see it well enough or not, but it has like a purplish hue to it. A little bit of that. Also going to be using gold. Now this is Iridescent Rich Gold by Pebeo. Oh Lord. Fogged up. And to that, to give it a little bit of more shimmer, my 24 karat gold by Deco Art. That's the best one to use for additional shimmer, but what I'm going to do is add a little bit of this Iridescent Gold Fine by Golden. So a little bit of that. And our purple. This is Purple Lake by Creative Inspirations. All right, that's it. And as I said, most of my colors are custom. I'm going to add a little bit of this Iridescent Mystic Lilac by Arteza to this. This is actually a ready to pour paint, but I never use it as such. And to add a tiny bit more interest, I love this color. This is Ultramarine Blue. Is it? No, it's actually Cobalt Blue. Well, I'm not going to have you guys waiting forever. I'm just going to add a little bit of that to the Quinacridone Rose. I think I'm out of Ultramarine Blue. The Ultramarine Blue by Liquitex is actually one of my most favorite colors, so I got to get some of that again pretty soon. Okay, just that. Now, that's it. These are our colors. I am going to add our pouring medium that we just mixed up. And I'm going to mix all of these to the same consistency as I mix both of our base colors. And I know I'm going to need water in some of them, so I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit now. So we won't be mixing all day, but so that you do get a good general sense of, how much of what it takes or how much I'm using, and the repeated checks that you have to make sure that everything's at the same consistency. So since all these paints are being mixed up fresh, um, there's going to be bubbles, but I'm going to use my torch and hope we don't get too many like pinhole type um, results. I don't really like that. Okay, that one's good. It's not going to take too much longer. I have my canvas. I'm using a 16 by 20-inch canvas today because I wanted a little room to play with. Okay, that's ready right away. All right. We'll mix up these last three colors. I guess I did good with my little guesstimation of adding water. This is that iridescent neon pink by Nick Pro. I think this is going to turn out pretty gorgeous. I'm excited to see. Actually, a couple of those were a little bit too thin, but we're going to go for it. And if you're not subscribed, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe and come back and check the community posts, because I'll make sure I put up pictures of how this one dried. It seems like with certain goals, you would really prefer the consistency to be a little bit thinner, because even though it may be the same consistency as the rest of your paints, it seems like it has a certain elasticity to it that allows it not to break up as well as the other colors. I've been noticing that mostly in blooms, but we'll see what happens here. So this is the cobalt blue and the quinacridone rose. It's going to give us a really, really, really pretty color that contrasts really well with this one. It's the Purple Lake from Creative Inspirations. Okay, I'm going to have to add a tiny bit of water to this, and I already have my canvas on the spinner. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually be spinning today. More than likely not. But I just like to use the spinner because it allows me easier access to, put in little details and blow out things. Okay, guys, so we are ready to pour. I'm going to stop for a second and see if anybody's even watching me today. Okay. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, Adrian and Corey. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, you know what? I'm new, so I'm I'm acting like I'm watching somebody else. I actually texted that, but hey, guys, thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Trying to get the hang of this thing so I can, um, get like pros like you guys are at going live. All right, so here is my move this stuff out of the way. My 16 by 20-inch canvas. Make sure it is in frame. And I'm not going to do the diagonal split base. Let's try something a little different. So I don't talk a whole lot normally when I'm painting. I'm usually listening to my music, but I will be doing that later. So okay, I didn't mean to put that close. I wanted to leave a gap so that I can blow this out and have some space to actually lay down the colors. So let me blow this out really quickly. Uh, I think I'm gonna bring this back out a little bit more. Yeah, we're gonna just blow this out, guys, and then we'll lay down our colors. I'm excited. All right. So that didn't take forever. Okay, so let's go on in with these colors. I splattered some of the black on this side in my colors, but we're going to go down first with the Nick Pro Iridescent Silver. And I'm going to do a pretty thick line of that because I wanted to act as a shadow as the other paints that I lay down go across it. So then we'll be going in with our next color, which is Purple Lake by Creative Inspiration. Hey Don, how you doing? Okay, so that, and then we're gonna go in with our gold. I think I'm adding too much paint, guys, but I'm gonna ease up now. Next is our custom color mix that we added with the iridescent gold and the quinacridone. No, it was iridescent mystic purple and the quinacridone rose. It looks pretty much purple now. This is gonna be interesting to see how this one blows out. And to top it all off, guys, we have, what was that? Our iridescent pink. Okay. I'm going to use the method to blow this out where I alternate going the white across to the black side and then the black across to the white side. So it pulls up the little gap there. All right, guys, let's do it. Let's see what happens. guys, what do you think? Um, you say I always add too much paint. Yeah, I know. I got that issue. But I like this. And honestly, I'm thinking it's gonna dry all right without me having to spin it. So I'm gonna put a little black right there. What do y'all think about the edges of this? Should I do a little something with it, make it botanical? What do y'all want to see? Huh. Okay. Blah blah blah. Where my tiny one? Okay, I'm just gonna kind of fluff it out a little bit. I'm not gonna do any botanical moves to it. I'm just gonna do a little something to the edges, and then I'm gonna let you guys take a quick look at this. And thanks again, y'all, for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. I really do. I still haven't quite figured out the angle with using this little thing yet. I hadn't used it quite enough. Are y'all getting a clear reception? Can you tell me that? Because I was concerned about that in going live. So you guys can let me know. Are y'all seeing this clearly, or is it coming across blurred, or what's going on? Oh, I'm gonna have to call them right back to my car to stop. Okay, I'm done, guys. Yeah. Um, I'm done. Okay, let me show you what it's looking like. What? Thank you, Don. You're so sweet. I appreciate it. Okay, let's get over here and hold on. I'm gonna have to switch the orientation really quickly. How to do that? How do I? Oh, okay. This. This. All right. Without seeing how messy this place is. Okay. So here are the finished results. I think I kind of erred on having the black side is not as prominent as the white side, but um, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. It's not bad. Again, y'all, thanks so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. This was fun. And I will holler at you guys later. Have a beautiful day.